Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Can't tell you how many times it took me to remember the actual name, but it's the Hangar Bar nonetheless. It's a pretty cool restaurant. It's very themed to an old airplane hangar. So I like the theming, it's pretty cool. I am learning things about the Disney regulations though that I didn't know. So I knew you couldn't take off your mask till you got served a beverage or food, which is why I'm fine now. I also knew they were doing the social distancing and stuff because it's Disney. But I did not know that you cannot sit at the bar where there's an open seat. Over there's 2 empty seats, and they told me that I could not sit there, that I had to wait to be called. And now initially, it kind of made me mad because I got here at 2:50 and they said it was going to be about 20 minutes, but that I would not be eligible for happy hour. So the manager corrected that and told me that I would be fine. Thank you. So I ordered the pretzel and a Merlot. And that movement she was doing is actually what they do every time they come out with this pretzel. They have to actually sway it like an airplane, which is kind of interesting, shall we say. But yeah, the manager corrected it, so I am going to get it at happy hour price. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this, and if I like it, I'll let you know. So, honest review of the Hangar Bar. I really did not like it at all. From going in, like I was saying, the hosts were not accommodating. They really weren't polite either. I got sat at essentially a 10 top, even though I'm by myself, instead of just sitting me at the bar or at a smaller table, which I thought that was weird. The pretzel was not good. It tasted like a frozen pretzel that you'd get at one of the generic stands in a theme park or a football stadium. I literally sent it back. It wasn't good. The sauces weren't good. And I'm a big fan of pretzels and beer cheese, beer mustard, all that kind of stuff. Wasn't good. The drink was a standard Merlot. They did pour a decent amount. It's probably 5 or 6 ounces. So for happy hour, that's decent. And the cocktails looked like they were probably good. So if you're coming, I would just suggest don't get your hopes up. Maybe the drinks will be good, but I probably won't be coming back. Especially because even for happy hour, the prices weren't that great. $7 for a glass of well wine, house wine. So we're going to go on to the next one, which happens to be next door at Paraíso 37. This is a Mexican restaurant. They have happy hour all day. They have $5 margaritas, and Coors Light is what it says online. See, this says $7 happy hour. Bar or to go only. So we go from the worst place I've been at Disney Springs next door to Paraíso 37, which is fantastic actually. They did go up on their happy hour price from $5 to $7. It still says $5 on the Disney Experience app, which kind of sucks. But it was actually one of the better well margaritas I've had. It actually came out of a tap, so it was completely pre-mixed and still tasted pretty good, not too sugary, decently strong, not too strong. And I decided, since they don't have any happy hour foods, I'd get a side, which I got a side of wasabi fries, which I've never heard of before, and they were actually really, really good. So happy to say that the second place is 10 times better than the first. So no need to get here early. I mean, the Hangar Bar, the happy hour already ended. Paraíso 37 has happy hour all day, every day, Monday to Sunday, open to close, $7 Coors Lights and margaritas. I do also want to mention that at this bar, they did allow you to sit beside other people, and they didn't require you to sit at a table. They didn't require you to be seated to order a drink. So all these rules they said at the Hangar Bar that were due to Disney rules or due to the governor's rules, yeah, they aren't. They're just because that's what they want to do. And if it makes people not go there, fine. Something else should replace the place anyway. Further ado, so 37, I recommend. So I almost can't believe I'm giving this place another chance. STK. It is a cool looking restaurant. That is one thing I really like about here. I will say in the past I've had subpar service and subpar food. The cocktails have always been pretty good. So I got the Not Your Daddy's Old Fashioned. Their happy hour menu is actually pretty good. It's got a lot of food and it's got some drinks. Now I ordered the filet lollipop and truffle fries. This is the third time I've been here, and it's the first time that they've actually been in stock on the filet. So I'm very excited to actually try it. One thing about here too is they normally automatically serve, but maybe at the bar you have to ask. They give you this pretty amazing blue cheese bread, complimentary. So half off the specialty cocktails does make them 20. I'll show you the list here. I like that they actually give you a physical menu too without asking. I'm not a big fan of the phone menus. So for the wine, they don't have as much on happy hour, just Justin and Whispering Angel. But as far as the cocktails, this is definitely the best cocktail happy hour in Disney Springs. Now they are still $10 each, but they are actually really good cocktails. So an honest review of STK, not great. So I finally did get the filet medallion, as you saw, that I've been waiting to get every time I've gone to a happy hour at STK, and they usually don't even have it. It was overcooked. It wasn't dry, I wouldn't say. It was actually kind of tasty. Bone-in filet, piece of a bone-in filet. The fries were very, very bland though, and the sauce they gave me was Heinz ketchup. So the cocktails are good enough to go, and usually they do give you the bread that I was talking about. I didn't push it because I'm planning on eating another appetizer later today, and so I've had enough to eat realistically. But it's just the service was good this time. I'll give them that for once. But STK, it's hit or miss. If you really want a good cocktail, they do have a lot of good choices. If you want good food, I wouldn't go for appetizers. So the next one on the list is Terralina Italian. According to the website, they have half off of wines, except for the very upper end wines. So this is one of the least impressive outside facades, not even in a bad way. It's just not over the top like the rest of the Disney Springs. So let's go see what they got. So they actually have one of the best happy hour lists. All of this, except for the flights, all of the by the glass wines are half off. So I decided to get the Prunoto Barbera d'Asti from Piemonte, Italy. So normally 14 a glass, it's only 7. And if you've never had it, Barbera is actually a really good wine. It's only made in Italy and in Amador County, California, which I'm a big fan of Amador. So I've tried plenty of Barberas. This one is really, really good. Unfortunately, there's no food on the happy hour menu. The bartender was telling me that normally they only do this outdoor at the bar, but since it rained earlier today and might rain again later, they didn't actually open the outdoor bar. So I get to enjoy this inside. And I will tell you, if I was here by myself, I would probably stay for another drink. But since I want to show you as many places as possible during happy hour, and right now it's past 5. I'll get to go to one more place. So I am impressed with this wine list though, but in general, they have a massive wine list. All these are just by the bottle. And this is an Italian restaurant for the food as well. Again, just getting a drink here. Alright, I'm currently almost running to see if I can get one more happy hour in. I don't think I'm going to make it to House of Blues. So actually, Raglan's is next door to Terralina. I'm just going to go to Raglan's and get one more drink. Find an appetizer somewhere probably. Terralina was awesome. Rachel and Dawn were my bartenders. They were really, really good. They were the first people today to make any kind of personal connection with me and to even seem to care. So, well, actually, the guy at Paraiso was a good bartender. He got busy. These girls were really great, though, and I really recommend it. The wine list is absolutely incredible, especially given that all except the reserves are half off. I recommend that Barbera wine I had. It's very smooth, goes with any kind of palate, really. As long as you like red wine at all, you'll love it. And now I'm going to go to Raglan Road and get one more happy hour drink. And then I'll show you the other couple places that I missed, because happy hour doesn't last forever. That's why it's called happy hour. It runs till 6 p.m. There's nothing later than 6 at any of the restaurants here, except Paraiso, which is an all-day happy hour. Should have saved that for last, really, but it was there. So I'm going to check out Raglan Road. Like I said, it's right next door to Terralina. And so at their outdoor bar, they have happy hour. And I believe it's $5 calls. So I was too late for Raglan Road's happy hour. I guess it ends at 5, they said. So don't trust anything you see on the Disney Experience app. But I got their Irish cider that they have, and it's actually pretty good. A little drier than your average cider, not super sweet, but that's to be expected with something from Ireland. So, I mean, I like the place. Let me show you. It's literally called the Hole in the Wall Bar. That's where they have their happy hour normally. I mean, the beer was $9, which it's an imported beer. It's about what you'd expect here. During happy hour, it's $5 or $6. So not really an extreme difference. But inside, it's like an Irish authentic pub. And they actually do have live entertainment there most nights as well. So I'm going to show you the other couple of places that have happy hour, even though I couldn't get to them in time. To make it to that last happy hour, I happened to go to Yesaki by Mitsukashi and got a pizza bun, which I guess is like a dim sum infused with American food. So that sounds pretty interesting. Reminds me a lot of the Donato's logo as in Indiana and Ohio. But they have different buns and sake drinks. Okay, so on a side note, I'm at Jaleo right now by Jose Andres. They used to have a happy hour prior to COVID. So now, they said they've changed it to actually what's better than happy hour. Only on Wednesdays though. They have the Tour de España. So you get one from each section here for just $40. And on Wednesdays they have half off bottles of wine. So 2 of you can get a bottle of wine and a 5-course meal for about $100. That is actually not that bad, given that Jose Andres is a pretty famous celebrity chef. But there's your choices. And paella is on there, which makes me very interested. Now, just to be clear, I did miss out on this because I did not have as much time as I thought. I talked to bartenders too much. Being an ex-bartender, I like talking to them. But this is House of Blues. They have a really good happy hour, open till 6. Not sure what time they open, but theirs is a really good happy hour. They do have food options. I had the pulled pork nachos here one time, with the Long Island. Really, really good. House of Blues to me goes down as one of those places that is kind of underrated in the way that people say they're overpriced and overrated. But really, I think they're about average, really. Which is not bad, especially when you're talking about happy hour. If you can get an average experience out of a happy hour, you're doing pretty good. And then there is the City Walks. It's one of the newer restaurants, if not the newest restaurant at City Walk. So this one offers $7 appetizers during appetizer, as well as some drink specials. As you can see, they even have all day specials like duck fat popcorn and buffalo nachos, which sound pretty decent. I will say too that pepperoni or pizza bun that I had earlier, really good, and that was $6, and that's their all-day price. But as you can see, the cocktails at House of Blues right across from CityWorks. At House of Blues, their cocktails normally run about 15 to 18 bucks. There's some $10 ones on there. And their happy hour is, I think, $6 for their cocktails. And they have live music on the porch almost every day, if not every day. As you can see, you actually get some really good live entertainment even during the pandemic at House of Blues. Kind of sad I didn't get the happy hour there just because I was too busy everywhere else. But I've been to House of Blues before. It's good stuff. Even though they don't have their normal live concerts, they do have the outdoor porch concerts. So, with that being said, that is happy hour at Disney Springs. I hope you come. I would not recommend it on one of your park days because it will take up a lot of your time. But on one of your days when you don't have a park, I mean, you should always plan a day without a park anyway. If you're coming to Disney, if you have 4 days of tickets, so 1 day at each park, plan at least 2 days without parks. 1 day for your resort, 1 day for Disney Springs and other stuff. Maybe you want to go downtown Orlando, walk around Lake Eola. Maybe you want to go out on iDrive. Maybe you want to go to Icon Park. There's lots of stuff to do in Orlando that does not include theme parks. I know you're coming for the theme park. There's lots here that does not include theme parks. So, for happy hour, Disney Springs is definitely one of the better deals. I went to 4 different bars here, plus I went to that little bun place. Spent less than $60. I've got a good buzz on, and I'm full. And I think now it's time to just walk around, maybe go on some of the Disney transportation, visit some of the hotels, which you will see in a later video, because I'm not going to drive right now. So I'm going to go see some of the hotels, see some of the Disney transportation, and see what happens. So for now, thank you for watching Corbin's and Coasters and More. Come back and see me on Monday.